Get ready to call dibs. Utah's newest sports megaplex, Western Sports Park, opens spring 2025 in Davis County, Utah's amusement capital. Less than 30 minutes from Salt Lake City, this venue is built to be a game day contender. With 55 acres of multi-purpose fields, top-tier facilities, and amenities for teams, fans, and families alike. Choose from WSP's multiple indoor arenas, 6 full-sized fields, or the stunning championship field, complete with seating for 2,000 and breathtaking mountain views. What truly makes Western Sports Park a winner are the next-level extras. From private flex spaces, a referee lounge, on-site concessions to sensory rooms, and free parking, your team is covered on and off the field. If you're looking for ways to play beyond game day, it's easy. WSP is the newest addition, conveniently located next to Station Park, Davis County's popular entertainment district. Family-friendly restaurants, attractions, and hotels are just steps away. And Utah's only amusement park, Lagoon Park, is only a mile down the road. Give your MVPs the VIP treatment at Western Sports Park. Book now at westernsportspark.com. Thank you, everyone, so much for joining us today. We are very excited to dive deep into our newest solution, easyMoney. And we are going to try to keep this conversation as conversational as possible. We're going to kick it off today, just to go through the quick agenda. So to start this agenda, we are going to get into first just an introduction to easyMoney. We are going to go through our hotel platform overview, and then we are going to have a demo from our CTO, John Gorin, with a bonus of a demo, a sneak peek of our updated AI tour guide solution. We are then going to have some time for Q&A at the end, and then getting into next steps. So if anyone has questions as we're going through this presentation, please feel free to send through the chat. We love, to answer as many questions as we can. We'll answer as we go along, but then also have that designated time at the end. Awesome. So, Sean, to start us off, could you get into what is Playeasy's hotel solution?
Yeah. Thanks, Carrie. And everybody, thank you for joining. To kind of kick us off with easyMoney, obviously, we have let people know what this is through email and all that kind of stuff. And so just to kick us off, we have some people on the call that probably are Playeasy experts, while others are newer to the Playeasy platform. So just want to kind of try to give a quick overview of what the hotel solution is. So everybody can kind of get their mind wrapped around it, and then how this all kind of works. So just real fast, basically the Playeasy destination hotel solution is a solution where you as a destination on your Playeasy platform can input and create profiles for every single hotel that's within your DMO, right? So whether it's you're a partner specific DMO, or you're a DMO that wants to market and showcase all the hotels within your area, you have that granular ability to add each individual hotel that you want to have on Playeasy. So you're in full control over which hotels are being shown and which hotels are bookable. What you then can do as you create those hotel profiles is you can then map those hotels to our live rate database. And what this is doing, our live rate database, is it's pulling in live rates really from all across the internet, right? From the OTAs like Expedia, Booking.com, Priceline, as well as the GDS systems, which is like that hotel direct rates and availability. And then 40 other platforms really all across the internet. And it's bringing in all of these rates for each of these hotels and providing a really easy booking experience for a visitor to be able to search and filter for dates and availability, and then book those hotels. And what our platform does is it takes all of those rates inside of those different OTAs and different systems, and we surface the lowest rates available online to the visitor. We think that that's really important because visitors oftentimes are going to be searching for the lowest rate across the internet, right? They might come to this Playeasy booking engine, or they might Google it, or they might go to Expedia, and they're going to try to look for the lowest rate. And so the key here is to give that to the visitor, right? Give them the lowest rate, have competitive rates on this system. So people, if they search elsewhere, can see that, oh, okay, actually they're getting the best deal here. So they're more likely to book through this particular system, which then gives you as a destination that booking data of who's actually booked. So that's a key aspect of the hotel solution, which is for showing the visitors the lowest rates from across all these different platforms on the internet. Then the key here, and where this conversation really kind of dives into, is now, after it's been about a year now since we've launched the hotel solution on the Playeasy platform, these OTAs and these systems, now we have the ability to get back a referral fee or a commission from these OTAs, right? And so what that commission comes back to us from these OTAs is around, on average, about 4.6% of the actual booking amount. I think that averages out to right about $8 per room night. And so we have this capability to now really kind of earn some sort of like marketing referral fee or commission back from the OTAs into the Playeasy engine. And then this gets into the announcement and the introduction of easyMoney.
Awesome. So, Sean, just to confirm, we are not adding any extra fees to the visitor or anything like that, correct?
Correct. Yeah. No extra fees to the visitor. The visitors get the lowest rate that's available on the internet, and nothing extra is added to them. Another thing that's important to know from a hotel perspective, anything that's booked through this works already with the existing systems that the hotel has. So there's nothing that the hotel needs to do, right? If they have their rates on Expedia, if they have their rates on Booking.com, or if they have their rates in the GDS system, it's just going to flow through that same exact infrastructure and process. So there's nothing that changes for the hotel, and the visitor, there's no extra fees or anything that's added on. We're just simply taking from that OTA a portion of the commission that they would have made 100% of if somebody went through that particular platform.
So if they were to book directly through Expedia today would get 100% of that commission. But if they book through us, Expedia would give us part of that commission, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Awesome. So let's get into what is our easyMoney program.
Yeah. So introducing easyMoney. So the easyMoney program is what we're doing is, now that we have that ability to kind of get that marketing referral fee from these OTAs, what we're kind of come to the conclusion of is that's really not our core business, right? Our core business is providing a great software platform for DMOs to help power their growth, their experiences, their community engagement, impact reporting, and really having a holistic platform. The hotels is just kind of this extra thing that the destinations actually do really most of the work to get any sort of bookings. And so what we've decided to do is create a program where we give 100% of those commissions and referral fees from the OTAs that we're getting, and giving it back to the destination. And we're doing that in the form of easyMoney credits. And so what will happen here is, anytime since January 1st of 2025, any booking, so going back about 3 months, any booking that's happened through Playeasy, you automatically get easyMoney credits for. And those easyMoney credits is about around $7.50 per room night, or $7.50 to $8 per room night. You can kind of like try to estimate and calculate kind of like what the credits that you've earned so far are. But anytime a booking comes through, you're automatically accruing these credits. And one credit equals $1 of easyMoney. And those credits, that easyMoney, can be used to purchase really any Playeasy product that you want. It could go towards your Playeasy platform renewal. It could go towards website elements or advertising or registration to our summit. But our goal here really is to help try to put more money back in your pocket and help save your budget, so you can possibly try to earn easyMoney credits through the activity and the engagement that you're driving through the Playeasy software, to be able to fund the usage of that software, to put that money back in your budget to use it elsewhere, right? And so that's really the goal here. With that, again, just to confirm, the visitors still receive the lowest rate. We're not adding anything onto it. There's no extra fees or no extra added dollar amount that they're paying. It's purely, they get the lowest rate. And what we're doing is we're taking from the OTAs. So the hotels aren't impacted. It still goes through that same channel. The hotels don't pay anything more. It all goes through the same ways that they're working. We're taking from the OTAs and we're giving it back to you. That's pretty much kind of the concept here. And so really with the goal of trying to help pad your guys' budgets even more, try to help you fund a lot of kind of what you're doing on Playeasy, so you can then use that money for other items that can help move the needle for your DMO.
Awesome. And we thought the best way of doing this is showing right now, there are already multiple destinations who have earned this easy money without any extra work on their end. So Sean, could you go through just this slide and a bit of a breakdown of those numbers?
Yeah. So like I mentioned, this is automatically kicked in. There's really nothing you need to do. We're going to go through some of the best practices on how you can earn as much easy money as you possibly can for when it's a good fit for you to do so. But anything that's been booked since January 1st, 2025 automatically is being accrued in credits. And so I think, easy money, it's a good concept. Oh, okay, cool. I can start to, get some money back or earn credits through using the Playeasy platform through these live rates. But I think what's important to also show is like, this is real money, right? There are destinations that are actually earning easy money right now. And so just looking at the quick leaderboard from the back end of what we have, here's the top 3 so far destinations of easy money that they've earned since the beginning of this year. So Explore La Crosse, Wisconsin has earned $1,250 worth of easy money. Visit Rochester, New York has earned almost $500 of easy money. And then Sacramento Sports Commission has earned almost $400 of easy money. So that's just to kind of help people see like that there is actual dollar amounts that can be earned through this. And I think what's important is if you look at kind of the easy money leaderboard here, and then to the right, you have a screenshot of our destination analytics leaderboard. You can see that all 3 of these easy money destinations are also within the destination leaderboard. And so I think like what really is important there, and Explore La Crosse, Wisconsin, Visit Rochester, New York, and Sacramento Sports are really good at this, is it's all about driving engagement, driving visitors to your content, especially your event pages on Playeasy. And the best way to do that is when you create an event page, you share that with the event organizer, who can then share that with their participants. We're going to get into more of the flexibility behind the scenes, but these events are very flexible to create. You don't always have to use the live rates or anything like that. It's there for when you need it. And then when you do get bookings on it, you'll accrue this easy money. But it also, shouldn't interfere with the way that you're doing your processes today. There's a lot of ways that you can market room blocks and work with your hotels directly. You can link to third-party housing solutions and platforms. So it's very flexible to be able to be used for any scenario. But when you need the live rates, you have it. And then you can get this benefit here. I think what this really is trying to showcase is the more engagement and the more visitors you can drive into your content, then that can result in more easy money credits that can help you fund the platform moving forward.
Awesome. And I know you mentioned we have many people on the call who are Playeasy experts, are on it a lot, and some that may not be familiar. So we thought it'd be helpful just to take a step back and break down kind of our Playeasy value props as they are today, and then where hotels and easy money fits within these value props. And so we break this down into four value props. Our growth engine, so giving you the ability to host more sporting events, experiences, engaging visitors more meaningfully, community, delivering more community value and impact, unlocking attributable data and insights. And I'll pass it off to Sean to go into where the hotels and easy money fit today.
Yeah, thank you. So out of those 4 value props that we offer across the platform for people that might not, be too familiar with Playeasy or think of it as mainly a lead gen platform and not kind of understanding the other stuff that we have, it's just kind of important to break this down. The hotels live in the experiences value prop that we have. And so that's really where we're going to be focusing on is the experiences. But as you get these bookings, whether it's through an event or it's through your destination, you get the booking reports, right? And so that then ties into your impact reporting. So really being able to understand which hotels are getting booked, which events are they getting booked from when it comes to these live rates. So it's mainly around the experiences, but then these experiences kind of drive into that impact reporting to the right. And so as we dive into these experiences, I think what's important is to kind of really kind of break down kind of how this works from an architectural standpoint, right? What we offer with our experiences platform at Playeasy is really a connected digital experiences solution that goes across your destination and events, right? And so if you look at the bottom row here, you have your destination experiences. This is really kind of step one for when you get started with Playeasy. This is where you have your venues, you have your hotels, you have your attractions, and you have your local deals and discounts. So you can put all this kind of within your Playeasy profile, within your Playeasy platform, and really kind of set up all of these different experiences across your destination. The hotels get plugged into the live rates and availability, the attractions connect with the Google business profiles, etc. Then when you have an event and you want to create an event experience, what you can do is create an event microsite that automatically can pull in all this destination content. So you can create these really easy to use and quick to create event microsites that create an event experience that showcases all of the content and all of those things from your destination, right? So when you create an event microsite, you can tag the venue. You have the option to be able to add hotels. You can add your attractions. You can add your local deals and discounts, all just by clicking a button. And then the unique thing that we have that John's going to also show a sneak peek demo of the upgraded AI tour guide that we have. But the unique thing we have here is our AI tour guide plugs in across all of this, right? So when you use the Playeasy AI tour guide, it can understand your hotels and the live rates and the availability. It can understand your events and how you set up the hotels for the events. And so you can have event-based AI experiences for visitors. You can have destination-based AI experiences for visitors. And so this kind of can put its tentacles into all of these different systems and all these different modules across Playeasy to provide one cohesive kind of overall, like bringing everything together through an AI conversational experience as well. So I think the key thing here is when it comes to the hotels, you can really think of the hotel booking engine that we have to be able to be used for your destination level, like a leisure travel booking engine, or integrated directly into your event experiences and your event microsites. So you can use the hotels on an event by event basis. That's really the key here for kind of a way to break this down.
Awesome. So now can we get into how our experiences can be used in the real world? I know there's two different ways that our destinations can leverage Playeasy experiences. Could you break down the two?
Yeah, for sure. So now that you kind of see kind of like, okay, the way the experiences are broken down with all the different things that you can do, right? Now, how is this applicable and how do people use it, right? And so there's really two ways that you can do that. The first way is just directly through the Playeasy platform. If you have a Playeasy subscription to the Playeasy platform, you can put all this content into your destination profile. You then can create event microsites that live on the Playeasy platform, and you can drive people and visitors into the Playeasy platform to make these, engagements and transactions with you. The other way to do this, if you want to go deeper into our experiences, is with website elements, which is basically the Playeasy platform now powering your website. So you can keep all of these experiences that are on Playeasy, but brand them and plug them into your own website and keep that entire experience directly within your own website with website elements. As you look at the hotels piece of this, what's important to kind of break down is first is the destination level hotel booking. This could be considered like a leisure travel hotel engine. If you could use just the Playeasy platform here on the left, which you'll see Discover Davis, their hotels here. But then on the right, you can also plug this in, and now this can actually power your hotel booking engine on your own website. And this is a very powerful booking engine that's behind the scenes. Billions of dollars go through this a year. So it's not like a little toy. This is a very powerful engine that you can plug into your website. And one of the things that we hear from destinations a good bit that's important to know, and in the sake of trying to help with your budget, this could help replace software that you might already purchase for a leisure travel hotel booking engine that can cost up to $20,000 a year, right? So just by using the website elements on Playeasy, you can take your hotel element, plug it right into your website. You can use that as your destination's branded booking engine, with just your hotels that you earn easyMoney credit for, and you could save on having to purchase other pieces of software to do that one piece, that one thing on your own website. Then the second way is through event level experiences. Again, you can use the Playeasy platform and you can set up these events in these hotels, but then also with our website elements, you can have this entire event microsite experience actually live directly on your website. So here's an example of the Northern Pacific Regional Baseball Tournament with Boise. You can see that they have this content on the Playeasy platform, but they're also leveraging website elements where they can showcase the event-based pages and experiences directly in their own website with their own branding, looking like it's native to their website, and allow people to book these hotels directly on an event-by-event basis. What we see in terms of booking volume and booking transactions and conversions is typically event-based booking sites get about 5 times more bookings than the leisure travel hotel booking system. So events is really kind of that great place. You have a compelling reason for getting in front of travelers. You have a set bucket of people that you can get this out to with a compelling thing that they're going to be coming. Here's where they can book their hotel. Now you can track all that information and then earn easyMoney credits as they come in. And then I'll just kind of polish this off within these event-based experiences. It's important to know kind of the flexibility that we also offer. You don't have to have live rates in every event. We give you the options to really do anything. You can, when you create an event microsite, you can click a button and your live rate hotel marketplace can be showcased, and it will sort the hotels by the distance to the event. So you can just click one button and now you have live rates that people can book on the event. You can track that event by event data. You can also set up room blocks where you can work directly with your hotels, and you can link directly into your hotel's websites for like group bookings and room blocks that you're working with your hotels on. The other thing you can do is you can do both, right? So you can set up room blocks, and if there's a cutoff date, you can have it automatically flip to the live rate. And so that's where you can kind of like set up a place where your hotel partners that are offering room blocks can be featured, and then you can keep them featured all the way to the start of your event by just instantly switching them over to the live rate solution once that room block cutoff has passed. And then lastly, if you're working with an event organizer that's using a third-party housing system or housing solution, you can simply not have any of our hotel stuff on your event microsite and just have a call to action to book your hotels on a third-party site, which will kind of show up here, people can click in, and now they'll be taken to that third-party housing site. So really can be very flexible for any type of use case that you have where you want to set up hotels for an event. But if you do anything through the live rates, that will end up becoming easyMoney credits for you to be able to use in the future.
Awesome. And I know we have some questions coming through that we will answer after the demo here with John. So please keep sending them. We will be answering during the Q&A. And now I'll pass it over to John, who has a very exciting demo to go through today. Thanks, John.
Thank you, Carrie. So as I get this up and running, give me 1 second here. What I want to go through today is basically allowing the pitch that Sean was giving you and pushing it through an example website so you can see that live and be able to give me 1 second as I share my screen and see how all this comes together, specifically around also the AI side and how the AI side is able to adapt both an event situation and a general leisure travel situation on your website. As Sean was alluding to, what we see a lot of today is about 5x the amount of bookings that come through specific event and microsites that lead people to booking hotels versus the leisure side. But that's not to say that there's not value in both of them, and easyMoney is really universal. Whatever is booked through our system, whether it's through our AI, whether it's through our website elements, whether it's through Playeasy.com, that's all credits to you. And we will help keep that organized and give you that traction report of, hey, who's actually booking? How often are they booking those hotels? Which hotels are hot? Which hotels maybe are not, based on positioning. So there's a lot of data that we're understanding from kind of these flows that come into both website elements and Playeasy.com. With that said, what I'm going to go through right now is just showing you that experience from the event microsite. So for example, here, this is a Playeasy element set up to show an event marketplace. As I were to click through on one of these events, I'll be able to look at that full event, including the live hotels. So in this case, this event actually fell back into. So yes, as you flow through onto Playeasy and onto this demo site, you'll be able to see that event microsite plus the hotels available for this specific event. In this situation, we actually had hotel specials prior, and then it fell back into hotel live rates after a certain cutoff date, which is typically what we see. And in here, you'd obviously be able to see all those live rates that are available for the time period of the event. Somebody would be able to book this hotel directly through here. But what I did want to show before I actually booked that hotel is even showing through our new AI how that would look if somebody came here and basically was like, okay, now what do I do? You get now this new experience to our AI, which highlights different actions that you can do for this specific event. So for example, here, when I open this up, I would have this option with a quick button press. I could say, book a nearby hotel. What's going to happen is our AI is going to understand the entire situation around it. This is the event, this is the location, these are the dates, and then it'll just talk to Playeasy and pull out the best rates available for this specific event. If there were hotel specials, let's say room blocks, it wouldn't actually use our live rates, but it would still use our hotel system to provide information about what that hotel offers, who they are, where they're located. But in this case, these are live rates, so our AI is able to actually understand the average room night, the review ratings, and if I were to click through one of these, I would actually be able to just book that hotel right for this event. It figures out the check-in and check-out dates. You can always adjust this, and then you could actually have a direct booking to the hotel, whether it's a GDS rate or an OTA rate. And with easyMoney, all that referral credits behind the scenes would flow back to you. So with all this said, as you're to see this for an event, you can just as easily do this for a leisure travel hotel solution. So just jumping over to this tab here, here's that other element that Sean had alluded to. You could just plug this into your website. You could also include the AI for this also. And you could also ask it just generally, help me book a hotel. And what it'll do is do this very simple prompt to say, hey, I'm coming for this upcoming week. Can you give me some recommendations? But from this point forward, if somebody wants to start tweaking, hey, I'm going to be here actually next month for a couple of days. I'm looking for a 4-star hotel. The AI will actually be able to work with Playeasy and find all those options, and also include highlights so that you actually not only see the room rates, but you start seeing media about that hotel. Here are some of the pictures. Also, on top of all of this, our AI also has the ability to follow up with additional questions that you might have as a user using this. So for example, what are my family-friendly options? So if I just click this here, this runs it through our AI again, and then it'll start asking that question to our platform. And in this case, there might not be any available, but we'll be very transparent with the user as we kind of flow back and forth on, these are the questions, this is our hotel inventory, and hopefully getting them to the best answer possible for booking a hotel in your destination. So with that, that's really it for the demo. I'll send it back to you, Carrie, if there's any questions that you want to go through. All ears.
Yes, John, for those who might not be familiar with our AI solution, I know we just came out with the first phaser of our AI solution in January, so we are already coming out with a new version. Could you explain some of the differences? And I know it was clear the user experience is a bit different, but I think it'd be good to kind of give an overview of what our customers could expect.
Absolutely. So when we've released our AI, we had a number of pilots that started off right off the bat. And some of the things that we found initially was there was an open question of how do I get started? What do I do with AI? And this is the general question with AI that everybody has, which is if I see a text box and I have to type something in, I don't know what I should be doing. How can it help me? What's its limitations? And a lot of this is not very intuitive. If you don't know, you might ask a question that is totally unrelated to your destination. And we've actually seen this on event-based AI conversations where somebody would just type in a word like tacos. And, what's the expectation if somebody types in the word tacos? So from our point of view, we want to address two core things here. First is clearly explain to the end user, the person visiting your website, this is what I can help you out with. This is who I am. This is how I identify who I am. So here's your logo as a destination. I'm an AI tour guide for this destination. And these are the core topics that I can help you out with. So this goes into everything that's on Playeasy, which is here are your experiences, local events, hotels, history, and anything else that you've put into Playeasy that can help facilitate really helping the visitor have a better experience in your area. So once we all did this, then the question was, once we get that question from the user, how do we respond better? And this took a lot of research, a lot of work with AI to basically say, how does Playeasy communicate with your data and pull out the right information? And if the right information is not available, still try and provide a great answer to the user and use what information is around us to try and just highlight things as we see it, as it's coming through the conversation. So as you saw in the demo, you're seeing like these links and then these pictures. We're actually reading these conversations in real time, taking those links and then trying to understand, do I have information about this on Playeasy? If I do, let me show you a picture of it, or let me show you more information about, or let me ask you a good follow-up question for it. And this is the evolution of our AI to really reduce the onus on the end user to be like, how do I use this? More towards, let me get you the right answers to the right situations and really get you in and out of here as quickly as possible. Because a person traveling really might just want an answer of like, where's a good place to eat near near this event? And that's it. Let's get them out the door, get them to that restaurant, and get them having a good time.
And I think what really excites us most is who has control of the data that's being fed, and that is our destinations. Could you talk a bit about where that content is coming from and a bit more about the control that destinations have to be able to be fed to their users?
Definitely. And even coming back to the easyMoney concept, when we look at data on Playeasy, when you've added your hotels into Playeasy, we've put these walls around. This is the group of hotels that we're allowed to talk about when somebody were to have a conversation through our AI. So let's say you have a great partner, and then there's actually a hotel that's a little bit further away that's not really in your destination, but that great partner wants to bring it into part of these conversations. Let's say for an event, we have that database. You control it. So if you add that hotel as a hotel special on that event, it's going to show up. It's going to be communicated about inside of our AI. But for the next event where it's not highlighted, it won't show up. It won't be mentioned. And we really want to give you the controls through everything that you do on Playeasy to basically dictate the terms of the conversations that are had with the user. Now, with that said, one of the biggest things that this has a counter to, which is if we don't know, we also try not to make up things. And that's a big challenge with AI in general, where if you go talk to ChatGPT and it doesn't know something, it kind of says something that seems right, but doesn't necessarily seem true. We try and avoid that with as many guardrails as possible to ground it in your profiles. Now, we're not 100% perfect, but we're doing a lot of work to keep it within inside the boxes that you define for us.
And obviously, John here is a genius, but he is masterful at dumbing down the world of AI for us. Could you maybe explain and touch on, even since our launch in January, how much has happened and how we are at the top of understanding and the importance of why you have to continue to elevate your AI solution based on the world and everything happening?
Absolutely. In the last 3 months, there's been major developments in even the types of AIs that are available today. I believe it was only about 2 months or so ago, DeepSeek came out and was a big revelation in terms of like the media. Everybody started talking about it, of why is this different? Why is it better? And what was interesting from the standpoint of what we're doing with Playeasy is it wasn't necessarily better for our use cases, which is a conversational bot. It was better at thinking. But it would also take, maybe 20, 30 seconds to come up with an answer, where in our world, what we're trying to accomplish is to say, we're actually not trying to think too hard. We're basically saying, what is the right question to ask Playeasy so Playeasy returns the right results back to the user and really facilitate that back-to-back conversations. But with that, inside of Playeasy, as we were looking at the challenges we were going through, we also started looking at how do I rank? This is the right response to the right question that's being asked. So there's new parts of our AI, which is not necessarily like a whole new model, but it's just how do you approach managing the data and giving the best answers in the best situations. With that, we're also looking at over the next couple of months, how do we take the data that you're giving us and augment it in many different ways so that it can provide much more information or kind of nuances to the responses it gives back. So for example, if you're highlighting this business as part of a walking tour for a beer crawl, how do we highlight that so that in an AI response, if somebody says, hey, where can I get a beer? It doesn't just say, here's the restaurant, but actually there's a beer tour that's happening and you could join this and this is more information about it. Now this gets really nuanced in terms of how do we map the data, how do we pull it in? And this is what we would love to talk about in our conference in July this year, is really the strategy around taking your world and your data, bringing it together and leveraging it with our powerful AI engine.
Yep. And that was a great plug to our summit that we will get more into at the end of this. And just lastly, John, for people who might not be familiar with our AI, I think one thing that sets it apart is the transparency that destinations get from the conversations that they have. Could you touch on that and what they're able to see from what's coming in
Absolutely.
through their website
Absolutely.
and beyond?
Yeah, so this was one of the big key points that we wanted to address right from the get-go, which is if a conversation's happening, I want to see it. Not only do I want to see it, but I want to try and understand it in a summary way, because it could be that one word of taco and then we respond back with something. But then if I have that happen 100 times, what's my understanding of 100 times of that happening, or some nuance to that way? So as we've been going through it, we've been trying to understand those conversations in different lights. And in the phase that we're at right now, every conversation is logged into Playeasy. So you'll see it whether it's on your website, whether it's through Playeasy.com. And in Playeasy.com, you can actually rate it. This is a good response, this is a bad response. We're using a lot of that information to help guide us to say, these are the refinements we have to make. But then in the future, we're going to get better and better at understanding groups of conversations. Let's say a month of conversations or an event amount of conversations. So let's say all this was targeted at a specific event. So as those things come, again, at our conference, we'll be talking a lot about those strategies of how do you actually understand what's happening and how do you leverage that information. But with where we are today, we understand that that is really important. You don't want just good conversations. You actually want to know what's happening in those conversations so you can help guide them.
Awesome. And just to finish it off, John, what should people expect for the timeline for this new version of our AI?
Absolutely. So what's happening right now, literally this week, is we're preparing to release the back end of this, so the intelligence side of it. This is going to help improve all the different aspects when you actually talk to it. And then what we're also going to do is update the Playeasy elements for this. So the couple of pilots that we have will be able to use this new AI UI right off the bat, starting next week. And then anybody that does want to give a pilot try to our AI, as long as you have elements, it will get automatically upgraded to use this. We'll then pull that back into Playeasy.com in the near future, but there's going to be more enhancements. So that's why we're holding off on that aspect, because it is also going to cascade to how we update our RFP AI, and that's for another day. And we'll talk about that separately.
Awesome. Well, John, thanks so much. I know everyone is excited to learn more from you at the summit in July. And
absolutely.
Now we will open. I know we have a bunch of questions that have come through, so I will start asking them. So with live rates, can you bring in condos, Airbnb, or other platforms?
John, you probably want to,
Yes. So just to be clear there, we have access to a database of really hotels. It's not beyond that scope. And the reason why we have access to that specific listings, and there's about 1 million of them globally, is that because they're plugged into all the GDS systems. Like the GDS is the backbone of how these hotels are booked. Now it does use Expedia, it does use these other vendors, but even if you look at how Expedia handles it, they kind of have two flows for more apartment rentals versus, let's say, a hotel booking. And when we get to commissions also, it's a wildly different structure. So for today, our focus is on live rates for hotels. And maybe in the future with our partner, we might get to doing more, alternative booking styles. But with live rates, that's one way. For hotel specials, there is a bit more flexibility. We would want to understand the use cases a little bit more because hotel specials is really more of a highlight to a link. And then we click track it through the process. So with a hotel special, it could be for a place that just has a link that you could track, and then we put it into the system and it cascades throughout. Now, with that said, what we wouldn't have access to is all the media about that place because our database really is for hotels and they have a bunch of pictures, they have the reviews, they have the descriptions, the amenities. If we go outside that database, we basically just have Google listings and there's some information there, but there would be a lot more there you have to add to it to make it really stand out compared to the hotel offerings that we have today.
Awesome. So the current AI description generator for hotels and businesses feels overly templated with recycling the same words and phrases. For example, all locations of hotels are described with the phrase nestled in. Are there ways to improve the uniqueness of the descriptors with AI so it is less cookie cutter?
Yes, and this goes into parts of the current release and future releases, which is we're changing how we do the prompting for those descriptions. Now, if you think of the description is really just to get you started. We're using it based off of general knowledge. And now that general knowledge is only as good as what's available after the cutoff of when the model was created. So for, let's say, a net new hotel, it really doesn't know too much about the hotel. It might know the brand, it might know the location. It kind of puts those two and two together. But again, think of it as a starting off point, not the end point. And we're working on those prompts to get them better and even changing the models behind the scenes to produce different results based on the inputs that we have. Now with hotels, it's different than businesses because we have different sets of inputs. And again, we're building it out to be more flexible. Now it is a standard template and we do that on purpose because it gives us all the keywords we need to understand it from the AI context afterwards. But it's definitely something that we could look at together also if you want to go deeper into it.
Yeah, and I'll just say off of that, John is great and really wants to learn from our customers. So any of these different use cases, he would love to have a conversation as we get into this next phase. So if that's something you're interested, please reach out. And so can we use our Simple View API to populate the hotels, attractions, restaurants, etc.? This way we are not maintaining two data sets of amenity information.
Yes, and this is one of the big challenges that we're facing over the next couple of months that we hope to resolve. But the big key thing here is that when data lives in something like SimpleView today, it might not have all the key points needed for us to actually leverage it through AI. And then when we pull in information into Playeasy directly, we're not using text anymore. We stop using text and we convert it into some sort of mathematical equation. And through that mathematical equation, that's how our AI talks to it. So we can work with you on how to pull the information out and push it in. We're working on a way to do that in a synchronous manner, but we are also trying to understand all the nuances to the data itself. So it's one thing to say, hey, I pulled in 1,000 businesses and there's no real descriptions in there. Or I didn't tag it with the right, this is a walking tour, this is a restaurant. Like, that's all the nuances that's needed. And that's why we would also love to talk to each group that is interested in doing something like that to say, yeah, we can do it, but this is how we have to approach it because it might be different for each use case and each user as they set it up.
And then just to piggyback on top of that, and Kim, this is a great question that we hear a good bit. We have had conversations with SimpleView about setting something up like this, where this could work through that like connected API type solution. But for right now, what we're rolling out as a beta is the ability for you to be able to just export your business listings, your restaurants, hotels, attractions, etc. You can import those out of SimpleView, and if you have the CRM ID, that would be helpful, so we can keep it up to date over time. But you can just basically export it, give it to us, and we can then get it imported into Playeasy so the businesses all match up. So if then in the future you add more businesses into SimpleView, you just send us that new sheet, and then we can get that updated pretty much in real time. So right now, that's mainly we're able to do that through Excel exports and then imports, and then we're going to get into more of a kind of systems to systems integration, so you can keep it up to date more systematically. But when you do have your listings in SimpleView and you export those into Playeasy, and we create those businesses in Playeasy, we are beefing up and enriching the data that's within those descriptions, which is within each profile. So there's more to it. That way AI can understand how to kind of recommend that particular business based on the context of the questions that people are having that John was mentioning. So so there is that way to do that with just an export to be able to make your life easier there.
So for easyMoney, is there a carryover annually, or does it have to be used within the year?
Yeah, good question. So there's no blockages there. So if you earn easyMoney credits, those easyMoney credits are in your easyMoney credit bank, I guess you could say, and you could use them whenever you want to, whether it's before your renewal comes up, if you want to purchase something and use that with it, or if it's, you know, after renewal and you have stuff left over, you can use it for next year's renewal. So right now there's no limit on when you can use it or not use it, and kind of roll it over whenever you want to.
And on that, what can you use easyMoney on?
Yeah, so anything that we sell here at Playeasy. So the platform subscription or your platform renewal, website elements. If you want to install website elements into your website to power those experiences on your website, you can use it to purchase that. We have advertising offerings that you can use to get out to more event organizers, or you could use it for registration to our Innovators Summit as well. So anything that we sell at Playeasy, you can use it and apply those credits to redeem those items.
Awesome. And can they only be redeemed at renewal time?
No, you can whenever you want. So if there's something that you want to purchase before renewal or after your renewal, whenever you want to use them, you can use them. It's very flexible.
How can a destination get elements, and how much do elements cost?
Yeah, so website elements, you just work with our team, whoever your contact is that you've been working with, Sarah, Brenna, Jake, whoever, myself even, and just let us know that that's something that you want. It's a very easy implementation. You get 2 lines of code for all of the elements on Playeasy, your facilities, hotels, events, attractions, deals and promotions. And you can put those in really any pages. Our AI as well is another element that you can plug in. And it's just an additional $5,000 a year for that. So you can power really all of these experiences from Playeasy into your website in really like a couple of seconds. You can set it up and get it to go for just 5,000 extra a year.
Awesome. How about what parts of my profile should I enhance for my AI tour guide?
Yes, this is a big conversation. So for the basics of it, it's your description, it's your things to do, your travel details. Those areas are key for initial responses. So if somebody says, hey, what's the most important things to see in the area? And that's one of the key questions that we have highlighted. It's going to use the things to do. It's going to say, hey, based on these things to do, these are the names of the places that you're mentioning. This is the descriptions of the area that's around. This is what I'm going to recommend based off of it. Then with that, it's going to then look at Playeasy and then tie it together with those profiles in their attractions area. So you want to make sure that, you know, if you name something one way in one place, it's going to be the same name in another place, because the AI has to kind of figure it all out and try to link it all together. With all that said, I think there's also nuances inside, let's say, of an event. What do you want to highlight in that specific event versus your general destination? So this, again, goes into, we can work with you. We can help map it all out. We could help you build out that example and then test it and then get it out to users. But then we're going to take it and we're going to go in different directions as the AI evolves also.
Awesome. So do we need to pay $5,000 to integrate the live rates onto our site?
Yeah, so the web, I'll just kind of take a step back to the website elements question. The website elements is one $5,000 a year fee subscription, and you have access to all of our elements, right? So if you just wanted to use hotels and just use this as a hotel leisure booking platform or engine, you could purchase our elements and just use our hotel element for that. Typically in the marketplace, those leisure travel booking engines go for about $20,000 a year. So with the Playeasy platform plus the website elements, you'd be saving about 10 grand a year just by using that hotel element that we have. But you would also get our facilities element, so you could power your facilities marketplaces and experiences, our events element, so you can power all of your event experiences, local attractions element, so you can power all of your local attractions and restaurants and things to do, and then deals and discounts as well, so you can power all of your deals and discounts, and then also our AI tour guide, where you can now have those conversational experiences across all of that on your own website. So key here is to make something really affordable, really easy for you to be able to implement, that can help you actually save money by being able to remove other items from your budget that this can now replace at a more efficient, centralized platform for a cheaper cost, and really probably a better overall integrated experience.
So if we are not currently paying for our booking engine, then this option would cost us more, correct?
Yeah, the website elements is an extra product that we sell. So if you want to be able to power your Playeasy experiences across your events, hotels, like I just mentioned, you want to be able to plug that into your website and have basically Playeasy operate inside of your website, that's the $5,000. And if you don't currently have a solution for that today, or you're not paying for a hotel provider today, then yes, that would be an additional cost to that. But there is a lot of benefit across the whole integrated platform of it as well.
And also included in your Playeasy platform subscription, you could use the live rates directly on your event microsites that live on Playeasy. So that is included within your subscription. So where can we check our easyMoney balance?
Yeah, so today, if you go into Playeasy and you go to your reports and you click on the hotel pickup report, that will show you all of the data around the live rate bookings that have come through. What you can do is, this is on average, each individual rate can vary, but on average, it's about 4.6% of the total booking fee, that the total booking number that you have there, or you could times your hotel room nights by about $8 that you've booked. So that's a way to kind of get an estimate. And then on a monthly or quarterly basis, we're still getting this together. We'll be sharing reports through email for you to be able to see what your easyMoney balance is at that time. The easyMoney credits are for confirmed room nights. So the stay had to have happened, they didn't cancel. And so that's what you'll see in the report is your potential easyMoney credits based on all of the bookings, and then your redeemable easyMoney credits, which are the confirmed nights that happened and nobody canceled, that kind of thing. So we'll be sharing reports out in the next couple of months that will allow you to be able to see what that easyMoney balance is.
Awesome. And so I know there's a lot here that we covered in under an hour, which we're pretty happy with, but this is why we are so excited to have our summit this summer in Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, end of July. Sean, can you get into a bit about the summit?
Yeah. So as we kind of end it here, yeah, really excited for the Innovators Summit. I think that the major thing, like, you just heard from John Gorin. He built this whole platform, built our own AI within it that can help you power your experiences. And he's an absolute genius, right? And knowing all this innovation, how DMOs work, and how we can start to apply this technology for destinations. And so it's going to be a key aspect here that we're all going to be able to work together in a conference setting, where we can really start to work with everybody to understand and go through the different strategies that we have, or the strategies that you should be thinking about when it comes to AI, and it comes to technology and innovation. Really start to understand the knowledge and actually get the tools that you need to not only just understand it and kind of strategize about it, but then leave that conference with the ability to execute right now on it, right? So you're going to have the tools to not just kind of know what's out there and kind of talk about the problems or some ideas that are out there, but actually executable tools. So the people that go to this summit, by the time they leave, they'll be ready and set up to innovate instantly, right? And right now, with where the world's going, with the AI advancements and the technology advancements that are happening, and Google just launching their new, Google Travel AI and all these different things that are happening, the time is right now to innovate. And so this conference is something that isn't going to exist really anywhere else. There's no sessions that you can go to in a different conference that are going to be as powerful as what we're going to be able to go through together, where we're going to have live examples and interactive workshops of real people doing this in the real world for real experiences and real scenarios, as well as we're going to go through the biggest and largest product releases and announcements that we've ever had in our company history, that is really going to help set up destinations to be able to apply these things and use this in a way that can really go across the whole DMO for every type of visitor experience that you guys offer, whether it's a sports event, a different type of event, a leisure travel visitor. It's going to be a very deep technical session to really help our partners and our destinations, especially the ones that are attending this event, to be able to succeed in this really very fast, rapidly changing world. So we feel like it's extremely important and a great opportunity. So love to have you guys there. It's time to innovate, and so let's do it at the summit in Valley Forge, July 21st.
Awesome. And if you are interested, I know we have the QR code here that will bring you to our event microsite for the summit. You can find all information, including where to book the hotel, the schedule that we have laid out, the sessions that you could expect while you're there. We'll have an optional event the last night for the Phillies Red Sox game, so that should be really fun. Spots are limited, so if you are interested or if you're ready to officially register, please reach out either to support@playeasy.com or to any one of your account managers. We'd love to, see you all there. Spots are limited, so yeah, we're super excited. Can't wait to be with Visit Valley Forge as well. And so with that, thanks so much for being here. If you have any questions and anything else, also reach out to support or to any of your account managers. We'd love to connect. And we will also be at the symposium next week, and we would love to see you all. Please stop by our booths. We'll be sending out some communication at the end of this week with more information. But thank you, everyone. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, everybody.